Good morning. Well, good afternoon actually, or maybe it's good morning for you. And welcome back, my lovely friends. Today we're going to do my October setup. So sit down, enjoy, grab a cup of tea, and we're going to set up. So just want to show you all of my journals for 2022 so far. Hopefully I won't need another one, but they are all Archer and Olives. They're all these blue colors, and I just love looking at them when they're all like, this is the new one that has got only the beginning and 1 month set up, and then all of these are the ones with all these beautiful, thick and chunky. I love it. All right, so that was just show you the pattern for the beginning. That was the first one for the year. And then you remember from my last video was the little kitty cat. Now this one I've got this beautiful crow, kind of reminds me of like a Poe poem, The Raven. So one of my favorite poems. So to set up, I haven't set up as much in the beginning ones because I'm just going to use my one from last month because it was all set up for the end of the year, and yeah, just didn't have enough pages. So index page, I like having an index page that I can look back on. I will number them kind of as I'm going because pages do get ripped out and changed and moved and bits cut off, so I do like to keep an index. My name page, did it pretty simple this time. Word of the year, which was nurture, and I select a name from an automatic generator just on Google, and this is the one it come up with, which I love. So yeah, I think it's Brunhild, which is very close to Brunhilda, which is the Queen of the Valkyries, which is, yeah, awesome. And then my poem for the year, yeah, as you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself and one for helping others. Future log, haven't filled any of this in yet. I'll do that when I can be bothered sitting down having a chance. And then any notes for next year, I do already have quite a few things that I need to jot down that I have on sticky notes and stuff. Passwords haven't set up, and online purchases. I love this font. I pinched this font from Getchell, and this theme idea, I think she did this for somebody's setup that she just done for October, might have been September, but I just loved this circle cut out. And then I've done this one's got the elements, and then I've got runes in the other corners, books to be read, my TAFE timetable, and this will be where I'm going to do work placement, hours, and assessments specifically targeted to work placement. So I'll have to do that before the end of the year. I think first week of December it's all due. And then we get into October. So as I've said before, excuse me, just gonna have a drink of water. This year I've done it based on the Sabbats, and I know in the Northern Hemisphere they celebrate Samhain or Halloween on October the 31st, but in Australia, in the Southern Hemisphere, we celebrate, I want to say Beltane. Yes. In November. So technically, I think technically it's the 1st, or not technically it's the 1st. Normally it's the 1st of November, but I think it actually falls around the 6th of November. So I'll check that out. So I've already written down my monthly tarot card, which I pull at the beginning of the year. Samhain, sorry. I do my yearly card pull at my swing, and this was the card I pulled, so the Ace of Wands. And I've said before, I don't really like this deck so much. It is a tattoo tarot deck, and I don't really like, I like the artwork, but I don't find it a very intuitive deck. But I loved this card with the roses, and it fit really well because I picked this rose theme. So the ID theme come from washi tape set from Notebook Therapy. Get that right this time. Yes, from Notebook Therapy, and a lot of the washi tapes in here are from that, and then stickers are from, yeah, all over the place. I will tag all of them down below. So my moon wheel, and then I will do a monthly tarot read for the whole month. Then I got my astrology pages, my habits and mood. As you can see, I'm filming this on the afternoon of the 2nd, so I've already actually written my moods in, but I haven't even done all of my habits yet. Yeah, so content, budget. I really like this theme. I think it's so fresh. I'm not really a pink person very much, but I do love this. This vase, this camera, that's a beautiful set. That one's from my weekly tarot, and then my monthly calendar. And as you can see, I've already filled it in with any appointments. I haven't done all my work because I work specifically 2 days and I go to school specifically 2 days, so I don't really write them on my monthly calendar because they're set times and I just know when I'm doing it. So it's anything outside of my set normal routine. And then yeah, I have to do my weekly setup before tomorrow because tomorrow is the first Monday of the month. So I'm gonna go back and I want to do my monthly tarot read. Yes, definitely going to do my monthly tarot read. So I'm just going to move my journal up there. You can sit with the goddess. And I will get my tarot cards. As usual, I use this This Might Hurt deck. I can never manage to shuffle on camera, so we'll see how we go. I always get fingers. Yep, see, shocking. They must get like camera nervous or something. So I'm just going to do it this way. I'm actually in the market for a new tarot deck. I have about 4 decks I worked out. One of them is like the very traditional Rider Carol set, and then I've got the tattoo deck, and then this one is my favorite. So monthly tarot. I'm gonna do another shuffle, see if I can get it to work this time. I just feel it needs a shuffle. Yeah, like a shuffle. Oh, there we go. Nope. Nope. Sorry if you can hear lawnmower. Today is the first day of daylight savings in Australia, in the state I live in, and people have decided that they need to mow today. Okay, sorry about that. If it was a little jump then. Okay, one more shuffle. Alright, I'm going to cut the deck too. I think I need to cut. Alright, so this month, 2 of Wands, 9 of Cups, and Ace of Swords. It's interesting. So this one's, yeah, you're searching for that adventure. This one's, you know, obviously creative. And the ace always means new things, and swords means air, so intelligence. So, yeah. Intelligence, and like I said, I got the Ace of Wands, which is, you know, new beginnings, around passion and creativity. So, I'm going to pull out my little guides, only because I like to use these as my kind of like what's the word, like just a reference, because like I said, I feel very connected to this deck, and I can kind of pull an intuitive feeling from what I'm looking at. I just slipped my hand off my chair. But I also like this book, love this book. And where are we? So 2 of Wands, 2, progression, discovery. 9 of Cups is abundance and satisfied, and both are yes cards. And finally the Ace of Swords, power and clarity, also a yes. So I didn't really get those words from looking at the deck, but I'll use the guidebook as well, because I like I think I've said before, they kind of name each card that's in the minor, and I like the words that they use. Wands first, I think, in this one. Yeah, the travel card. So that's how I really feel about this one too, which would be interesting because at the moment I can't afford travel. So I'm just gonna have a quick read. Something jumped out at me when I was flicking. So it says the Ace of Wands is pure potential. Creative fire is wild and chaotic without direction. The 2 of Wands urges you to snatch a bit of that wild energy and sculpture it into something real, reduced to reality. The creative flair is smaller, but it also becomes something new you can actually use. That's interesting. Nice. Okay. 9 of Cups. Just the next little duty along. 5, 8. 9 of Cups is the happiness card. Says, look at this happy dude and all these cups. He's made these cups. He loves them. And now he's going to bask in their glory and enjoy them. I often wonder which comes first, happiness or gratitude. Are you grateful because you are happy, or are you happy because you are grateful? Of course, this is not that simple, but you get my point. The man in the 9 of Cups is both. This is the card you really, really hope comes true. Okay, and the last one, the Ace of Swords. So the Ace, so it's cut through the bullshit, like that. Aces represent beginnings, like I said, the essence of this and the essence of the suit. So yep, Swords, intelligence. Ace of Swords is honest perception. Most of the other swords in the tarot are held at an angle to suggest logic tempered by flexibility or emotion. Not here. The sword is held straight up and down. Whether you like it or not, the Ace of Swords is truth. If the Ace of Swords comes to you at a time when you aren't feeling this unbridled confidence in your judgment, then it is time to cut through the conflicting feelings. The Ace of Swords is double-edged. Most likely the truth that you need to discover is about yourself. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not going to write them down, but so that is that one. So we know, thank you for being with me for that. Where is my, I actually discovered that this giant pack of matches is the perfect size to fit under there, which is great. Love that. I'm just going to move some stuff off the side here. I'll put my tarot cards back in their little box. I like them in their box. I like things to stay in the box they come in. I would love a little bag, but it's a cute box like that. So, just, wheel of my chair is caught. Just unwheel. There we go. There we go. That's better. Not being caught on stuff. Astrology. So I kind of have marked out rough guide. I'm just going to reflect on them before I fill them in. What colours will I go with? Might go the darkest colours that I have. So these are the colours. So I always keep my pencil case with the colours that are the part of my theme. So this month, those soft pinks, which is this really soft pink here. This colour is this cream. Oh, as you can see down the side here, so the soft. This pink, which is 772 from Tombow. This green is, oh, I think that's 228. Use that one a bit. And this brown, which is a Mildliner. I haven't used it as much. It's more of a highlighty, like that real, want to stand it out. So decided to. Alright, astrology for the last month and how I felt things went. So house 1, house of identity, which is in my house of Libra. I felt reasonably confident. I might go with pink for that one. I have started using they, she, they pronouns. So if you'd like to refer to me with those, that's awesome. If not, that's fine too. I'm just trying something. We all have moments of existential crisis, I think. The next one is the House of Resources, relating to personal values. So not as high confident in that one. Next we have ideas, so and siblings and community. Felt really good this month with the last month with community. Next one is home. Yeah, same. Really good at home. Just five, joy. House of Joy. Not so awesomeness. So, if you remember, if you've seen all my videos, you'll see there's one and my kitty cat was sitting right in front of me on my laptop, snoring his little brain out, and he had a cat cold, and then it didn't go away, and they were trying to investigate what was happening with him, and he didn't get better, and yesterday morning he passed away. So that was very sad. So yeah, we were fine and everything was going well. Didn't look like he was getting much better, but he was starting to like have an appetite again and drinking water, and then he just dropped off and went outside for a little wander, and that was it. So we buried him yesterday with the ashes of my old dog who passed away about a year ago. So they are now together in my yard. Relationships. Felt pretty confident with relationships lately. Been building a really strong relationship with my eldest daughter, and even though my parents aren't home, I feel that the relationship with them has been quite strong, especially with my cat being sick. I've been in lots of contact with them. Yeah, 8th house. So I've written down the 8th house is death and debt, but also can be change in resources. So actually, you know, with death, things have been quite high. Next one is spirit. 9th house, spirit and study. Being really flat because I've been worried about so many things. So not as good with the study last month. Career and status. So, like I said, if you've watched any of my other videos, you may have heard me say that I'd done an amazing interview with this place, and then they asked me to come back and reapply for the job that I just done on an official capacity. And I did that, and I had my interview finally on Friday, just gone, so the last day of September. I think the interview went well. It is where my career goal is heading, so fingers crossed for me, please, that it does come true. That dream. So the last one with these colours is community. Awesome sense of community this month. Earlier in the month I had a staff development day with the place that I work and volunteer. Started volunteering there first and then got a casual position with admin, and I love it. If they worked with youth, I would be there forever, but they don't, so I'll focus my career on where I want to go long term. And the last thing is where my house was lit up, so where my sun was for the last, basically the last month, the beginning of the month, because we'd moved into Libra by the end of it, but the beginning in Virgo, my last house is the house of hidden things. So that, because of all the stresses with the jobs and everything, it actually felt quite high. Stuff going on, so yeah. Like I said, so the sun is in Libra now, which is my first house, which is also that time of self-reflection and ideals and new. So exciting to see how that happens. Yeah. So yeah, full moon this month is in Aries, which is my 7th house. So areas that the light will be shining on will be my relationships. Things to release. Possibly some bad relationships. I tend to do that anyway. I don't like to hold on to people that don't fit me anymore, so I might have to meditate on that closer to the full moon on the 10th. New moon, it's at the end of the month in Scorpio, but this is for like the wish for the whole month. It'll be my 2nd house, so my house of resources. So I kind of wish for this month? Maybe job that reflects my values. Actions to take under the full moon. Like I said, full moon's not till the 25th, so I can meditate on that closer to the full moon. Whistling frame. Nope. Move it down here a bit. Sun in Libra. Aries lit up. I just want to verify this one. So yeah, first house, house of reflection. I'm just going to pull out my little guide. Sticker on that. Libra wants you to connect with others and embrace the relationship that we have in our lives. Enjoy beauty and peace. Find balance in your life. So areas that are lit up around self is maybe how I feel about myself or how others perceive me in myself. Maybe it's not really a good thing though. I shouldn't really be concerned about how others perceive me, but I'll come back to that one on another day. Mercury is still in retrograde in Virgo, which is my 12th house, which means those mental health withdrawal things in retrograde are not great at the moment. Very muddle-headed. That as we go direct into Libra on the 26th, things should hopefully look a bit more positive, so we'll leave that one as well. Things to communicate around that mental health, hidden things, maybe my true deep feelings. So not really holding back on those deeper feelings. Venus is spending most of the month in Libra, which again is my first house. Things of pleasure, self-reflection and identity. I always find this hard because areas of pleasure and ways I can deal with my frustrations, they're like the polar opposites of each other, and I always struggle to find areas of pleasure that give me pleasure and gratification. And dealing with my frustrations, I don't have a process, I just kind of do that. So these questions, maybe next year I might have to do some more research myself on try and find some more targeted type things that suit me more than this one that was generated for me during a workshop. Permission to spend money, hopefully on Lillian, who is my eldest daughter, who will be 13 this month, which is terrifying. Birthday. Already bought her a couple of things, so she should be excited. Mars is finally going to be moving out of Taurus this month, not until about the mid-month. So yeah, Taurus is my 8th house, and it has been very heavy. Very heavy the last few months. So I might leave that one as well. Habits that I'm going to be tracking this month. If you see my last video, you see how I wasn't using my bullet journal daily, and I also wasn't journaling very much. So I'm going to change up my weeklies slightly and not have a journaling page for the whole week. I'm going to leave that all to the end of the month, like just skip some pages and leave them and then add things as I do them. I want to leave more space for writing in the journaling part. Otherwise I would leave like maybe 2 pages before the weekly start. But no, I think I'll count out how many weeks there are and then leave some pages there. So try and focus on that. Face care, I've been really good with my face care. I'm up to exfoliate night, which I can definitely feel that. No takeaway, which is, you know, fun during school holidays. Washing hair, I like to track that because I don't wash my hair daily, and I like to see kind of how long I can go without washing it before it gets really gross, and see if that correlates to the weather. Teeth, that's just to keep me honest, and my meds and any vitamins. Yeah, I've gone back to this wheel for the mood. So that is it, my lovelies. I'm going to now set up my weekly, but you don't have to be here for that, so you are free to go now. Thank you for coming and watching. I hope you enjoyed it today. Please let me know if you did in the comments. If you did not, that's fine. You don't have to give me a reason, but if you have any constructive criticism, that's always appreciated. Like, please, subscribe if you want to. Otherwise, you can check out my Instagram, where I try and post all of my pages kind of once they start to fill up, and see how they fill in. And otherwise, you can come back to the video for November and I'll do a flick through of my pages whenever that is, so towards the end of November. But once again, thank you. It was lovely for you all to come back. 2 videos in a week this will be, so yeah, that's exciting for me. But we'll see you soon. Bye.